What value have you gotten from a video? It's an honest question, because I'm about to drop some massive knowledge bombs that you can literally take to your own bank account, your own PayPal, your own Venmo, your own QR code for revenue. These are the answers to the pop quiz for money. And this money is specifically this. One, what Peter Thiel won't teach you about getting your first $600,000. Part one, milestones. What would you guess? Pop quiz question. What would you guess is the milestones between you getting from 0K to 600K? What would you guess that the milestones would be? Problem. Most people never get to 600K in a purposeful way. Most people don't plod forward where they try to get 600K. Most people literally sit on zero. So the answer to the milestones question is all of your milestones, let's say 12 milestones, they all are in and around $0. They're all in and around $0. They're not 6K, 60K, 600K. All the milestones are in and around $0. Can you make your first 15 bucks? Can you then refund back the $15 sale because you're priming the pump? Getting off of zero, super hard. Segment 2, quiz question of, remember the focus, which is what Peter Thiel won't teach you about 0 to 600K. The problem. Peter Thiel and Larry Chang and a lot of people, well, maybe not me, well, maybe me, talk about going from 0 to $1 billion, because that's the dream, is rags to riches, 0 to $1 billion. That's the book, 0 to 1. That's a problem. The solution is, let's get to 600K. And that's going to take sales, selling, and promotion. Initially, not even having to talk to people, yet selling. Initially, not having to interact until they bought something. You're going to be doing customer service. So segment 2 is sales. And the pop quiz question is this, which I will give you the answer to so that way you can win, which is, what is a forward deployed engineer? Let me repeat that because it's critical. What is a forward deployed engineer? That's what Peter Thiel, Joe Lonsdale, Mark McCormick talk about. Those three names are critical because Peter and Joe ripped it from Mark McCormick. Mark McCormick wrote this all out in a book from 1983, which is what they don't teach you at Harvard Business School. So the forward deployed engineer, forward like ahead, deployed like deploying code, the forward deployed engineer is basically parking yourself at the prospect site so that way you deploy, aka also known as you make him become a customer. So a forward deployed engineer, the way that Mark McCormick would run it, is he would put 2 executives in your office full time to implement whatever thing that you guys were conjuring up, perspectiving up, speculatively solving problems on. Mark McCormick would park 2 executives on your facility, in your facility, inside your facility, or in my case, when I did it, we did it inside of a major bank's, in a series of major banks' underwriting facility. Because remember, Larry Chang, FICO score prep, and then moved to the B2B side, which is helping enterprise do credit scoring. And so we implemented on the premises using forward deployed engineers. We didn't call it that, we just call it running the Mark McCormick sales gambit. Forward deployed engineer is a euphemism to get away from saying, oh, you should learn how to sell. I'm Larry Chang, and I'm telling you, there are 20 steps called CS183S to help you sell the first 9 lectures. You don't even have to talk to anybody. CS183, Peter Thiel's How to Start a Startup 2012. Blake Masters wrote a book about it from the notes that are in the class at Stanford University. If the word Stanford University intimidate you, don't have it intimidate you, because all it is simply 1983 lecture done at a 8th grade level for undergrads. Anybody under 22 with a 7th grade education, they can understand CS 183. The reason I added the S is this is literally stuff that Peter Thiel doesn't teach you about. Because talking about sales for the whole Y Combinator, they love to stay at 0, they love VC, they don't love sales. In fact, euphemism for sales is do things that don't scale but have momentum. Do things that don't scale but have momentum. Actually, it's just Paul Graham, Paul like Saul, Graham like Graham Cracker, paulgraham.com/DS don't scale /DS don't scale. I'm on the rooftop of my building and you can overhear people trying to like wedge in and crash my selfie. But that's good stuff because they want to know what you're getting for free. So step 1 was the milestones, the 12 milestones in and around 0 for your journey 0 to 600K. 2 is sales and watching people run euphemisms for mentoring you to sell, because as an engineer or a non-engineer, you're definitely going to learn how to sell because you don't want to outsource selling. Component number 3, I will leave as a teaser because I want to see how you text, interact, and message with me before I give you this whale of a doozy that'll get you well over 600K in a way that Peter Thiel definitely didn't teach you about how he went from 0 to 600K. You like that teaser, don't you?